Good evening, good morning, everybody, from wherever you are in the world. So, a little bit of what I wanted to share with you from the learnings from the sessions I had with Dilip. Basically, the journey has been really phenomenal for me, especially taking into consideration not just the 2 years of impact from pandemic, right? How it has infiltrated into our life, but also through the other aspects of my life where I have understood some of the blind spots. So through the journey, the realization and the impact that has been on me and which has been profound is clearing the blind spots, trying to have the utmost love to yourself. And through when you go through the course later in the stage, you will understand all the elements that Dilip will put together. And the best thing that has helped me throughout this journey in this course is try to understand the mindfulness in whatever you do, right? Appreciate every little aspect of life, appreciate people around you, accept whatever comes your way. Don't be judgmental, right? It's water under the bridge, or a storm being stirred in a teapot, right? Things will settle eventually. So you give time to settle, and you practice this through mindfulness. So in a nutshell, the way I want to put is this these sessions have basically grounded me in a very good way and ensured that my journey is meaningful. Uh, I had times where, through the pandemic, living in between the four walls, trying to not able to express myself. My personality is extrovert. So when I'm not able to go and interact with people and I'm in between the walls, right? So there are emotional challenges. And you have to deal with family, you have to deal with projects, you need to deal with all the world within these four worlds. So this journey has some way helped me to channel those emotions in a very constructive way, right? We don't know what the world is ahead of us. Hopefully we'll come out of the pandemic, but the world out there is very volatile, and in these times, mindfulness is like an essential. Like we have Wi-Fi these days, I think mindfulness coaching will put you all the elements that are needed to keep your mind calm, to keep the perspective in place, have open mind towards everybody. So I think without much more to add to the boredom, right? Uh, I really enjoyed each and every session, and especially it being interactive, right? We all exchange our experiences with each other, and also with Dilip as the coach. We have as our sounding board. We used to reflect our thoughts, and it used to come back constructively. So for me, I can't thank Dilip enough. I know him personally, but through this coaching journey, it has been a phenomenal experience, and I hope this continues. And the take home message I had for Dilip and what I expressed is, I think it's not just in these 8 sessions. And if I keep continuing this mindfulness throughout, right, even after the classes, I mean, the sessions end, uh, they have made a huge impact for me. I was temperamental in life, but, then slowly, Dilip has taught me to be not judgmental on myself, try to love myself, right? Then once I started to look at and take that input, I started to love myself and also started to love others, which really changed things, at least in my life. So
So one biggest personal success, one biggest professional success, if you may share.
Yeah, so I'll start with personal. So I moved from states, right, back to India, and as soon as we moved in, it was hardly 6 months before we got locked down. So there were a lot of things around us, lot of uncertainties, lot of anxiety. So with family and not able to go around, things were getting really frustrated, right? So trying to take in all the elements of family expectations and also keeping up the professional was really tough. So I used to really get strong in interactions. So slowly after these coachings, right? Uh, I was I was starting to let go of things, right? And I was just teaching. I think one of the good best examples Dilip has said that has mentioned to us, if you're trying to say something, think about your daughter, right? Think about your kids, think about your loved ones. Do you want them to face the situation? Do you want them to feel the heat that you're heat? He has put the perspective in place where, when you're trying to answer to the people in this forum, why can't we do it in our own lives? You know, so once started to put it in our own life, when I used to get temperamental in right and got angry, used to give a split second more to think, right? That has subdued the anger, shifted the perspective, shifted the judgment, and shifted the lens. So it was like a cascading effect and it improved relationship. It's not like it's going to eliminate everything. I would say that is not what I'm trying to say here, but it has made it better in my personal life. Okay, so the number of arguments come down. We are in the four walls. So power to the mindfulness, where it will, let you understand your partner and let be also understood. It's not just like I'm trying to put her on the pedestal, right? Even there are perspective. I need to be in her shoes to understand. So she does everything, right? My partner does everything. Waking up in the morning and till the end of the day, she takes care of everything. So if some argument comes, why? Uh, I did learn to let it go.
That's a powerful
So,
one. Yeah. Second one on the professional side.
so on a professional side, definitely, I would say the example I would cite is during appraisal time, right?
Okay.
February was our appraisal time. It was very tough this year, being 2020 being completely in the lockdown, right? The results of I'm a program manager, so if the program doesn't deliver on time, the program gets bad rating, right? But see, this mindfulness helped me understand what perspective I need to take into the conversations, what to keep out. So it was very, very, very engaging when I was able to separate out emotions from the purposeful talk. What could be constructive? So, with my manager or superior, when I'm giving feedback to my peers and as well as taking feedback from my higher ups, right? So, the mindfulness helped me to be at a very uh, placated level, not carrying emotions into the conversations, right? Trying to accept any kind of feedback. Even see, most of the times it's perceptions, right? So accepting the perception as reality, right? And that's what has helped me in keeping the feedback to be very constructive and realistic. And what happened after that, after my review session with my supervisor, he in fact asked for another session with me. He was pleasantly surprised on my response and reaction, the way it has happened. He really understood that he wasn't properly I wasn't properly understood, right? So that gave an opportunity when you have a hearing. When I had an open ear and an open heart towards a conversation, I opened up the doors on the other end, right? So he started to open up and ask, hey, are there any other things that I missed here? Right? His question was, how did COVID impact our work? He said, in his words, he said that, some projects did not get impacted, right? So I said, I do understand. And, it opens the doors for dialogue. It opens the doors for conversation. But if you get emotional and shut him down right away, right? No, you did not perform. Your program did not perform. And my response is like, this is all a bunch of BS, and, you're not understanding, you're not on the ground reality, where the conversation would have gone to, right? But on the other side, they came, my supervisor and management came thanking the entire team. I mean, that didn't change the rating or anything, right? But at least the perspective has been turned. So that's the example I could give to the team and the team here.
Thank you so much, Vinay. I would request you to stay for a few more minutes for anybody else have any other questions, so that you can hear from the person who has gone through this journey. It's been like what, 2 months now? 1.5 months.
Yes. Yeah, up to 2 months now. Time flies.
Almost 2 months, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you, this is Vinay, right?
Yes, Raju.
Yeah. Hey, Vinay, this is Raju. Can you, you talked about your managers, and can you also talk about your team member? What was the impact? How did the team members saw you before and after? And what was their thought about, or what was their working relationship with after the transformation coaching?
Yeah, so in a way, I would say like the project was progressing, and we are coming to a very critical path. So earlier, the tension was not there. I was handling everybody well, right? And when we came into the tension period, that's when we were into 2021, and Q1 was when we were forced to deliver. But this mindfulness, right? It did not change my behavior. It did not let the pressure sink in, right? I was able to shoulder external pressures and shield the team from any kind of things that would demotivate the group, that would not serve the purpose, right? Still be, end of the day, the journey is to be close with your values if they are good, right? Or try to adjust your belief system, right? If others' perception about your behavior, which is a function of your belief system, right, is skewed. So basically, it will help you understand each other, right? Taking a step backwards, taking one extra minute, what they have to say. So the engagement with my team has enhanced than before. I was doing good with my team, but it has become even better.
Thank you, Vinay.
So
I
you
appreciate
get
it.
more time. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.